Okay, hello everybody, or I should say, cheers everybody. Hope everybody is doing great, and thank you so much for joining us live today. Confidence, हाँ? I guess ये topic मेरे लिए खुद के लिए बहुत important है because I believe everybody can correlate to this thing that everyone need confidence. Yes, so मतलब कुछ ना कुछ ऐसी सिचुएशन हर किसी के लाइफ में हुई होगी, चाहे वो इंटरव्यू हो, चाहे वो कन्वर्सेशन हो, चाहे वो पब्लिक स्पीकिंग हो, चाहे वो यूट्यूब होस्ट करना हो, चाहे वो किसी से बात करनी हो. I guess everybody need like confidence at any point of time because situations doesn't work the way we want to work with you, right? So I thought of this incident that I'll talk about this session about few days back when I was listening to our speaker in one of the other podcasts, and I actually was in the middle of some thoughts and I just put it up that question that hey, I want to ask this thing, and I liked one thing that she reacted to that situation so well, and I was able to get the theme of my session that hey, I want to learn this art. So for me, I believe everybody who knows me will be knowing this fact that I treat everyone as their, like, you all are my friends. तो मेरे ख्याल से ना लाइफ में फ्रेंड्स बनाने बहुत जरूरी हैं बिकॉज दे विल टेल यू दैट यू आर गुड, यू आर बैड, द वे यू आर. आई बिलीव सबसे अच्छी डेफिनेशन जो आपको कोई दे सकता है ना, वो आपके फ्रेंड्स होते हैं. सो माई लाइफ लर्निंग्स आर ऑलवेज बिहाइंड टू फ्रेंड्स. आप फ्रेंड्स बनाओ, और आपकी लाइफ में फ्रेंड्स ऐसे होने चाहिए दो तरह के. फर्स्ट फ्रेंड आपका लॉर्ड कृष्ण की तरह होना चाहिए, जो अपने हथियार उठाए भी ना, बट स्टिल मेक श्योर दैट यू आर एबल टू विन. सेकंड दोस्त आपका कर्म के जैसा होना चाहिए, जिसको पता हो कि मैं हारने वाला हूं, स्टिल वो आपकी साइड ना छोड़े. So always guys, trust this two part that the most important thing in your life are always gonna be the friends, whether it is Lord Krishna or whether it is Karan. Irrespective of the fact, try to create as much as friend you can, and more importantly, we are going to learn about today that how you can fight the fear and gain some confidence in any of the situation that you are in. So today I have someone who is popularly known as the branding expert, or she helps to build your personal brand. More importantly, she have been guiding many youngsters out there to cope up with their fear and be strong and stand in front of the society. So more importantly, today we have the founder of Sunflower Community, Anmol Sehgal, with us. So let's bring her on the screen. Hey Anmol, cheers, and thank you so much for accepting our request.
Cheers to you too. Thank you so much for inviting me on this platform. I'm very excited to talk to you. And yeah, I love your energy. Super energetic and very confident. Yes.
Ah, I was like, oh my God, somebody has said me I'm confident. I'm done with the session. Now it's all over you. So Anmol, why don't you tell our viewers about, first of all, the Sunflower community that you are running? So what is the objective? What is the mission and vision about the Sunflower community?
Okay, so the Sunflower Community is a platform where students from different parts of the country are coming together and speaking about various different topics. So we discuss about human behavior, attitudes. We discuss about all different, very relevant topics, things that we all have experienced or want to experience, and we discuss it. And we do these kind of sessions every Saturday at 8, where every week I come up with a new topic and I introduce it for 10-15 minutes. And then everyone else on the call uh, places or presents their point of view, talks about their experience, and shares their opinions with everyone else. So at the end of the session, you're going home with firstly an experience of talking in front of an audience that you didn't already know, and secondly a broader perspective. So you get to learn from everyone on the call about various different things, various different aspects of the same thing, and you go back with a little more confidence because you're talking to people that you don't know, and like I said, a broader perspective, things that you didn't think of earlier. Now you have, because someone has put that into your mind. So
Right,
that is
right.
the objective of Sunflower Community. I was someone who was extremely shy before, and I have gotten over my fear of speaking to people by talking to people. So I wanted to give people a platform to talk to other people, and now, especially because of the pandemic, you can't experience that. You can't meet new people. You can't experience that in person. So we're doing it online, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's very therapeutic for me. It's therapeutic because I get to talk about my experience, tell my story, and listen to other people share their stories. And also, it's a platform where you get to vent, and you know there's a support system. So all the people on the platform, they're there to grow in their personal lives, and they're there to support you as well. So that is what it is.
Awesome. So, next follow-up question would be that if somebody wants to join Sunflower community, should they directly contact you, or is there any resource that we can follow?
You should directly contact me. You can reach me on LinkedIn or Instagram, and I will send you a link. And it's just you fill a Google form, and then you become a part of the WhatsApp group, which where I post everything. We're building on our website. So that is something that we're working on. But currently, it's just through me. I am always ready to give you information about this. So feel free to reach out to me.
So, friends who all are watching right now live, or if you are going to watch it later, please reach out to Anmol, and Anmol's contact ID is already in the video description. So, reach out to her and just be the part, because I'm also excited to join the tomorrow's session. I don't know what it is going to be, the topic is all about, but yes, definitely I'm quite excited to hear others. And if I could be the one who gets a chance to speak, I guess my Saturday would be fine. So that's awesome and all. So next thing, I always want to ask this part. So you as a individual, do you remember the first encounter of fear in public speaking you had, and what was the exact experience?
So I remember in school we were asked to go on the platform. We had a raised platform, and all
Mhm.
of us were asked to go and talk about a topic. We were all given different topics, and I remember going there and shivering, and my face was completely red like a tomato, and I knew the words, I knew what I wanted to say, but it took me some time to start talking. I took a few seconds, started talking, but I didn't look at anyone. I was looking at the floor and I was talking. And after that, when I went back, my I was feeling embarrassed, even though I had done the task that was given to me to do. I was feeling very embarrassed. So everyone around me told me I spoke well, but it didn't feel good. I was so uncomfortable. So that was the first time in school we were made to do all of these things. A lot of we were given a lot of chances to do these things, and these things are very important to build your confidence, to get you used to that. But at that point, I hated it. I hated going on stage. I hated going on the platform and talking. But look at me now. I can't wait to go on stage. I'm doing
Yes.
it online. I can't wait to go on stage. But then I didn't realize the importance of it. People feel very scared to do these things. Most people avoid going on stage, talking to unknown people, talking about things, because it makes them feel uncomfortable, like I was. So but then once you get used to it, if you do it enough number of times, you feel at ease because you've done it a lot of times.
Yes. And I believe this is the situation that everybody has gone through. Like there will be some situation, like if you ask me, while I was in the school, I was too shy because I used to look like a pumpkin, and then I used to be get bullied, and some people used to make the comments, and that used to hurt us. But we are not like that much aware that we should go and talk to someone. But I believe there was no guide at that time. But because of this whole social networking today, everybody is there to support you in one or the other way. So that's why I thought of this. Today's session theme is all about friends, because friends actually give you that mirror which society cannot give you, or your parents cannot give you, or nobody else in the world can give you. They can speak at any situation, any instance, and in any manner, and irrespective of culture, community, caste, Friends are friends. So,
Hmm.
what do you think? And if you want to share a story of your friend who has helped you to motivate, I guess we should give a loud cheers to your friends as well.
All right. So I have written a poem, and it's on my Instagram. I recorded a video on friendship, and this was when I was feeling extremely insecure because of something. So whenever you face rejection, or whenever you don't perform as well as you hoped you would, you feel insecure about yourself. You feel inadequate, and you feel like you are not worth anything. You forget about all the things that you've overcome and reached where you have. So friends are those people who remind you of what you are worth, what you have accomplished, what you are capable of. So whenever you feel rejected, whenever you feel low, you forget about a lot of things, and you feel very lonely. But your friends are always there for you. They just need to be told that you need them. So
Yes.
a lot of times I wouldn't reach out to my friends and I wouldn't tell them that I'm upset. Now I've learned not to do that, because they don't get a notification that I'm upset. I have to go reach out to them and tell them that I need some time, because at least at this point, at this age that I am in, this phase of my life, I am working very hard to achieve something career wise, and all of my other friends are also doing the same. So we're so focused on our on building our careers, on finding our purpose in life, that we do not have a lot of time that we used to have when we were in college. So now it is very important that we reach out to our friends when we need them. So this is what I've learned. And yeah, I have a great mentor who is also a friend. So whenever I have a bad session, or whenever I feel like I haven't performed well, I go up to him and I talk to him, and then I'm fine. So you just need someone to believe in you, and
Yes.
you have to identify who those people are.
आई गेस मेरी एक बहुत अच्छा आपने पॉइंट बोला जो मतलब मेरे लिए अब दिमाग में स्टक हो गया है विच इज लाइक आपके फ्रेंड्स के पास नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आ रहा है कि यू आर इन ट्रबल, यू हैव टू
Hmm.
गो एंड स्पीक टू देम। वो भी एआई रोबोट्स नहीं हुए हैं कि अरे वाह गौरव कहीं पे स्टक हो गया, वी हैव टू गो एंड टॉक टू देम। No,
Huh.
it doesn't work that way. So that is
Huh.
very good. Okay, so jumping ahead, friends are important, and I believe people, if you want to share any of your story, do comment below कि यार आपको आपके friends ने कैसे help किया, and we'll try to dig more because we have few live audience who are going to join us. And for Anmol, let's make it more tough. Let's try to ask few questions. So guys, if you have any question, please feel free to leave in the comment section while we take the session ahead. So, Anmol, I have one question, and this is the particular thought I should say, and I want your opinion that you have interacted a lot of students also and some leaders also. So, what do you think? Like, I have always heard कि यार जब हम लोग किसी बीज को बोते हैं, like when we sow a seed, we never ever dig it. कि we never ever dig the ground कि यार कितना बड़ा हो गया है. We want to check their roots. We nurture it, and for
Hmm.
individual to grow in this society there is a whole lot of pressure that keep digging them. Is it right? Or like if you talk about a student, many of time we hear that students are in depression. Is it because of that digging that society does, or their parents unwillingly put a pressure on them, and eventually they start feeling depressed, and that's the reason in today's world people are not open to interact with you? So do you think that is a wrong mentality that needs to be changed?
So you're talking about patience, and you're talking about nurturing as well. So
Yes.
yeah, we ourselves get very impatient whenever we're trying to do something, and if we don't see instant results, we ourselves get very impatient. Our parents also might get very extremely impatient. A lot of times, before I was doing this, my parents would come up to me and say, what is it that you're doing? Uh, what is the direction that you want to go ahead in? We are worried for you. So when
Mhm.
you are worried for your own self, and then your parents come and tell you that they are worried for you, they don't see you doing anything, that's even more upsetting. So yeah, it's so patience is something that is required. You need to constantly be taking action as well. So you need to, so uh, don't dig don't dig and see the seed if it's grown its roots or anything. Don't dig, but also keep on watering it, keep on putting it
Yes.
in the sunlight, keep on
Right.
doing your part.
Mm-hmm.
That is important. Taking action is important. So
Right.
keep on trying new things, keep on working towards your goals. If you haven't finalized what your goals are, keep on exploring and trying new things is also something which is very important. So until and unless you try out 10 different things, you will not come to the right conclusion. What is it that you're supposed to be doing for the rest of your life? So trying new things is very important.
Right. And I
Yeah.
guess trying and keep exploring, I would say, is more important. So यहाँ से एक मेरा बड़ा important topic है which I want to discuss from you, and this is the wider perspective that I have heard everywhere कि when we want to interact to our friends, we can go and talk anyway, any language, any thought, क्योंकि हमें पता है वो react नहीं करेंगे, या हमें पता है वो कैसे भी रिएक्ट करेंगे तो हमें फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू फैमिली or when we are talking to a mentor or to our parents, it certainly require a certain supportive thing, but we lack. तो मेरे ख्याल से उस टाइम पे ना बड़े सॉफ्ट स्किल्स आपके काम में आते हैं कि हाउ यू पुट अप दैट थिंग. So do you have
Hmm.
any advice for us to learn or to practice, okay, how to practice that part when you are in a situation when you don't know how to convey, how you should convey your message which you have in your mind?
So, communication skills is something which a lot of people struggle with, and it only comes with practice. So, the right way to put across a point will only come if you've tried doing it enough times. So,
Mhm.
like public speaking is difficult, communicating also is a little difficult, but you need to keep on doing it enough. So, with experience and with enough knowledge, reading is something that is very important, or finding another source of knowledge, watching videos. So when you watch a lot of videos, when you read a lot of books, your your um, like your knowledge increases, and the way you express yourself also becomes better. So you get to read a lot of great ideas, you get to learn a lot of things from other people. And if you have that kind of knowledge, and if you practice that, if you speak to enough people, practice speaking to a lot of people, you will be able to put your point across in a well enough fashion.
Got it. And I
Yes.
believe that is the most important part. And I have learned that if I want to start a YouTube, why? Because I was watching something on YouTube and I could see myself, यार एक दिन मैं भी यहाँ पर रहूँगा. And today I
Huh.
believe I'm trying hard to be better version of myself, and that only became possible because of observation that I was keep on doing and
Mm-hmm.
believing that yes, I can do it, and whatever it takes, I'm trying to put as much as I can. So, Anmol, moving the next section ahead, like one of the most important thing that I have always believed in my life, that you can achieve anything if you have believed in. And today I have few of our like audience that I have choose to interact with you, and let's hear their perspective, and then we'll jump onto the live chat section, that what is there for you in the comment section that people are posting. So I have one of like girl who is joining for the very first time, but I am appreciating her effort that she agreed to join us. And let's hear what she thinks, or how we can help to gain confidence. So, Anushka, how are you doing? Cheers. So now you're on the stream. Hey, Anushka.
Hello, sir.
Hi,
Hi.
cheers.
So,
We can hear you.
ma'am.
Over to
First of
Anushka
all,
Anmol.
cheers, sir. Hello, ma'am. So,
Hello.
thank you for having me here. First of all, I would like to thank Gaurav sir for that, and you also for letting me this opportunity. So, ma'am, I wanted to ask, like as you said, like we need to think on with whom and how we are speaking. And earlier, you just talked about the stage fright. So, I can't give a better example of stage fright fright than me sitting here in front of you. I've got a huge stage fright. I can't like. I am even shivering right now speaking in front of you. For the first time, maybe, or for the second or the third time, I'm here speaking on the stage. In my whole school life, I've never been on stage. But as I entered to college, I've been on stage. So I just want to ask you, like in future, I'll get into interviews and all. So how should we keep our body language? How should we be there to be impressive, or like make it a good impact on the person sitting in front of us?
All right. So
Over to
when
you.
you walk into the room, when you walk into the interview room, walk in with a smile. Usually, people mirror your facial expressions. So you have to be very pleasant. Your chin should be up. Your body language should be an open body language. So don't cross your hands, don't cross your legs. Keep your hands on your lap facing upwards, and
Okay.
do not keep anything on your lap, whatever bag you're carrying or a folder that you're carrying. Do not restrict your communication. Communicate freely, openly. Use your hands and maintain eye contact with the person that you're talking to. So that
Okay.
is very important. Maintain eye contact, have a smile on your face, and have an open body language.
Okay, ma'am. I'll keep that in mind. Keeping in mind your words, I would like to ask another question. Like,
Yes.
okay, fine. We'll talk with confidence. We'll do whatever you said with full respect. I just want to ask that does language act as a barrier in speaking with a person sitting in front of us?
So you need to firstly know what language they understand. If you're talking in an interview setting, if they are expecting you to be fluent in English, then you will have to speak in English. But if it's not a client facing role, if it is not expected of you, speak in whatever language you're comfortable in. So what is communication? Communication is being able to put your thoughts into words, reach
Yes, ma'am.
the person. The other person should understand what message you're conveying to them. If they understand
Yeah.
Hindi, if they understand another language, and if you know that language, and if you're more comfortable there, and if it's not expected of you to speak in English, then you can speak in Hindi as well.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all right. Ma'am, I would like to ask another question. Like,
Yes.
we have a resume and an interview. So, like, if we have a good resume, like an impressive one with certificates and everything, internship certificate, but we do something like we are not confident enough, or the interviewer doesn't like our body language or doesn't feel us confident enough. So, does that impact the interview reviews or something? Like, if we have a good resume but not done well in the interview.
Of course. So your resume will only get you an interview. In your
Yeah.
interview, your soft skills and your hard skills are going to be evaluated. Whatever you've written on your resume, they're going to ask you questions about it. And if you're not able to convey it properly, then your chances of cracking the interview are very low. So your soft skills are evaluated, the way you're speaking, the structure of your answers, the level of confidence that you carry yourself with, the way you're dressed, the way you're sitting, your facial expressions, everything is evaluated, your personality is evaluated. They try to figure out if you're someone who's very hardworking, someone who's willing to learn, someone who is proactive. Will you fit into their team? So, cracking
Okay,
the
ma'am.
interview is very important. The resume will only get you an interview opportunity. It will get you in front of the interviewers, but it
Okay.
it is not enough. It is not enough to get you your job. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. I agree with you completely. With that, I would like to go on to the next question.
Yes,
Like,
please.
okay, interview and resume go on with the like professional thing. If we come out of something like non-professional, like I write poetry and I do painting and sketching, apart from my professional world. So, does it in any respect affect like interviewer, impressing the interviewer, or anything it can do? Like I've got more than 50 certificates in poetry and writing.
Okay. All right. So there is one heading where you have to mention your hobbies and interests, and you should definitely mention all of this there. Passionate about writing poetry, or reading books or singing. What that does is that helps the interviewer to connect with you. So it's a conversation. It's not just an interrogation where they ask you about your educational background and your work experience. They also want to get to know you as a person. And when you mention all of this, then they get the icebreaker that they need to start a conversation with you, or to
Okay.
build a rapport with you. So mentioning that is very
Yeah.
important. So they might just pick it up and ask you, what was the last poem that you wrote? What was it on? And
Okay.
they might start asking you about, what are the things that you usually write about? When did you start writing? And why poetry? Why not something else? Or who is your inspiration? So you're giving them a clue to help them build a rapport with you, because
Yeah.
that is what they want to know you as a person. They want to see if you will be the right fit for their team.
Like, ma'am, we can say that they can judge our professionalism from our resume. They'll judge us in person through our hobbies.
They
Can
will
we say
judge you
that?
in no, so they will judge you in person through the way you speak. They will get to know you better through your hobbies. They will judge you, the way your body language as well. So the way you communicate, verbal and non-verbal. And they will judge you on your personal experiences as well. So every question that they ask you, they will ask you about how you behaved in a certain situation, or they'll give you a situation and they'll ask you how would you come out of this situation, or how would you handle this situation.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
hobbies is one part. Hobbies is a way that they will connect with you. But apart from that, the way you carry yourself and what you say and how well you say it is important.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you
Okay.
so much, ma'am.
Most welcome.
Awesome, awesome. And I guess who said you, Anushka, that you are for the first time you are speaking live? It seems like you are kind of a trained professional, and we should get training from you. So I'm wondering, यार ये
Thank
सब
you,
लोग
sir.
झूठ
That
बोल
means
के
a lot
करके नहीं
coming out
जाते
from you.
हैं. Awesome. Thank you so much, Anushka, for bringing that insights from Anmol. I couldn't like even thought of that lines. So thank you so much, Anushka, for guiding us, and Anmol always sharing that experience with us. Okay, wonderful. So next up is again one individual. I believe we both know, but let's pretend that we don't know. So let's welcome Ashrit Shroff. That hey, Ashrit, what is your idea about talking, gaining confidence, or in which situations you think that we definitely require certain confidence? Cheers. Over to you.
Cheers. Confidence is like the for me is like the surrounding where you are. If it's very familiar to you, it's confidence for me. Like if I have to ask you like anything about confidence, like if we are in the unfamiliar situation, like we don't know where we are, but like we went through in the process and we don't know what to react. So like how to boost the confidence there?
Anmol, over to you.
So you're saying if you're in an unfamiliar situation, uh, and you don't know how to react to the things that are being said or the things that are happening, how should you build your confidence then? Is that what
Yes,
you're asking?
yes, ma'am.
So, okay. So people do feel underconfident when they're unfamiliar with the environment, with the people that they're talking to, and they're unfamiliar about the topic. These three things, if you don't know about three things, and if these three things are unfamiliar to you, you feel underconfident, you feel nervous. But you just have to do what you're there for. You need to remind yourself that you're there for a certain reason, a purpose, and you need to remind yourself of that objective. So for example, if you've gone into an interview and you don't know the answer, you've met these people for the first time, you've met your interviewer for the first time, and you're in an unfamiliar environment, you're in a different office, you've never been there before, this is the first time. So usually people feel very awkward, they feel nervous in this situation. So you just have to remind yourself that you are here to crack the interview, to start your career. You want an opportunity to start working, or you want an opportunity to switch your job, whatever your purpose is for going in for that interview. So reminding yourself of that will help you boost your confidence. And also, before going into such a setting, if you take care of the way you're looking, if you are groomed in a good way, if you're wearing the right attire, and if you've taken out time to prepare, you've taken out time to prepare for the answers that you think, the questions that you think are going to be asked to you, your nervousness will reduce by a lot. So for example, so this is the interview setting. For example, you're going to speak in front of an audience that you don't know, in an auditorium or arena that you haven't ever been before, and well, the topic should be known to you. So if you're dressed properly and if you've prepared well enough, you will feel much more confident. So that preparation is important.
Yes, Anmol, one of my friend told, and also it's one of the quote from Game of Thrones that if you are feeling nervous, then it might be the two things. That means like you are so confident that you are going to achieve everything, and you have little doubt to if you are going to achieve or not. And the another way is like you are not prepared at all, and you are worried about losing the war. So, if are you feeling the same? Like the quotation is perfectly correct.
So when you're underprepared, you definitely feel more nervous. When you don't know what to expect, when you don't know the right way. The reason why I've become a soft skills trainer is I want to teach people the right way. I want to spread that information, that this is the right way to behave, this is the right way to answer questions, this is the right way to groom yourself, this is the right mindset that you should have to achieve success. So knowing the right way, preparing yourself uh, by acquiring knowledge and practicing it, taking action, practicing doing the thing that you want to perfect, is very important. So preparation I think is extremely important for whatever you think is important.
Like as you mentioned, like preparations and like sometimes what happens, like people have the skills and they have the confidence, and they are ready to go to face an interview, but as they heard the name, like my name is Ashray, so like someone came and called, Ashray, this is you are the next, and we lose the confidence as
Mm-hmm.
we enter the interview room. So like my question is like how we can use the skills of us like to keep our confidence maintained and boost ourselves.
So when someone calls out your name, and when whatever it is that you've gone to do, you're nervous about, you actually have to do that. If you feel a drop in your energy, it's because you're expecting a negative outcome. So you're expecting to do badly in the interview, or you're expecting to do badly in the public speaking event. But you have to, but reminding yourself of the times that you were successful before would really help you do well, and visualizing a positive outcome. So just remind yourself that, earlier when you had given an interview, or earlier when you spoke to someone new for the first time, you were able to impress them. Keep those success stories handy. So whenever you feel like your energy is dropping, You can remind yourself of the time that you were successful before and visualize that you're going to ace the interview. Visualize a positive outcome. Don't go into the interview room thinking that you've lost the battle.
Yes, and more like we can go with the confidence and we can like with the positive vibe. Yes, if I have another last question I can say like uh, it's not related to a interview, but what happens like whenever we go to a stage and we also get ourselves very prepared. But what happens like the audience or you are going to present are more knowledgeable person and they have a more experience and when you stage like come on the stage then you feel like so so what I got forgot everything like you feel the same sometimes like what to do there.
Yes. So you have to remind yourself that you've gone there to talk about a certain topic. You haven't gone on stage to tell them something that they already know. You've gone in front of them to talk about something that you feel is important. So you have to remind yourself that whatever you've gone in for, whatever you're addressing the audience for, the reason that you're doing that, and whatever message that you want to put out there, that is valuable. They might know it, they might not know it, but someone might not know what you know, and that would be beneficial for them. So when you're going on stage, just remind yourself of the value that you're going to be adding to those people who don't already know what you know. That is why it's very important for you to speak.
We have to feel like what I am going to present nobody knows and they are going to listen me very calmly and whatever
No,
I'm
so
saying is correct.
yeah, so some people might know what you're saying, but someone might not know what you're saying. And because you said it, because you've gone on stage and you've said that one particular thing that some people might not know, you might be adding value to their lives. You've helped or you've added value to lives of a few people or one person, and it is important for you to do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ashrit. I was wondering and listening to your thought, though I was also amazed by the presence of you and Anmol discussing a lot, and we just keep on hitting the viewers. I was like going crazy, and I could see what the people are interacting is the. I couldn't have thought in this way that this session would go in this way. And thank you so much, Ashrit and Anushka, for bringing that part up. That if you are into the situation of interview or if you are in a situation where you are not supposed to, how you can stay motivated. So I'll catch you, Ashrit, in few moments. I have few questions lined up. Let's hear them out and then we'll bring you back. Okay. Okay, Anmol. So while I was hearing to others, I could sense one thing, that the most successful people I know are the most optimistic people. And it's the part of every single job description you may refer to. So staying motivated, staying positive, staying optimistic is something that I believe everybody has to learn. So according to you, I just want to ask you that if you ask me what is the brand Gaurav Sharma is all about, or how Gaurav Sharma see himself as a brand, or the question would be that building a brand means knowing your story and building and sharing that story to others. So if I want you to highlight this point, that taking example of Anmol Sehgal, if somebody who has just joined our session, and if you could tell your story, what is the most important thing that you have learned so far, and if we see Anmol Sehgal as a brand, that what she it could be.
Very interesting question. I was reading about this in a book on personal branding. So we we need to tell our stories more completely, is what I read. So all
Mhm.
of us, we have a story. We've had a lot of experiences, and telling our stories more completely, not missing out on details, is very important. So Anmol Sehgal, if I tell you my story, I used to be a very shy person, and
Mhm.
I want to take my biggest insecurity, which is being able to present myself, being able to talk, and make it into my biggest strength. So that is the journey that I am on right now, and it is my mission in life to reach out to as many people as possible and help them become better versions of themselves. So I want to tell them about my experiences, and I want to give them the tools that I've collected over the years, so that they can also work on themselves, find their voice, and make a real difference. So once I started talking about what I knew, I it was very liberating for me, and I saw that people were gaining something out of it. And similarly, in Sunflower community, when I hear people speak, everyone has so much to share. Everyone has experienced so many various different things that I can learn from.
Right.
So when people talk about their own stories, they are they're inspiring others. I get so inspired from other people, and that gives me a certain level of confidence that I should also not feel scared talking about what I know.
Right. And I guess Pura Global just posted that a great format, love seeing guests come on to ask the question. And I believe this is something I want to convey my message to all the viewers. So first of all, I just want to say, Anmol, thank you so much for being here, because we just hit around like 300 plus or 400 live audience, which I'm wondering to see. That was just possible because of you, that a lot of people are joining in and they are able to get listen our stories. So thank you so much. And again, Pura Global, which you just said, it is exactly this voice of Anmol you heard, that it's about the people. Nobody cannot think in this world that they are not achieving anything. Everybody has their own story. They are the heroes of their story. They are uh, the motivator of their own kingdom, and everybody is king in their kingdom. So I just want to convey that, yes, if you want to be here interacting with some live guest, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram or on Twitter. I'll be more than happy to invite you as one of our guests, and let's inspire others. So let's try to take few live questions which I was receiving throughout the chats. So first question is coming from Sunena, that we know that the failure is part of success. Everyone fails once in their life. But what if a person fails 3 or 4 times in the same field and their self-confidence dropped abruptly? What you can say about it? Oh my God. Yes.
Okay, so whenever you fail, it is a chance for you to evaluate what are you trying to achieve.
Hmm.
When you fail, you try to understand, is it something that I want to pursue, or can I set a different goal for myself? Is it the only thing that would make me feel accomplished, or is there something else that I can do which I will be better at? So, whenever you fail, you have two options: continuing on the same path, putting in more effort, improving, trying not to repeat the same mistakes, or choose another path. Choose to do something that you might be better at. Explore what else can you do. Find a creative solution.
Hmm.
So, whenever you fail, it is an opportunity to evaluate what your goals are. And maybe it's time to change your goals.
Right. And I guess evaluation becomes very much important. Every single day you should evaluate. If something is not working, might you are on the wrong track. So change it up. Or take the guidance from Anmol. She is right here to help you in many ways she can. Awesome. So one thing is there that another person has put it across, which I also want to know: how to know when to change, because if what we are doing is not working.
So it is completely an individual's call. Uh, some people, they still don't want to let go of what they're trying to achieve. So it's completely, this is very personal. It's very subjective. So if you feel like the right thing for you to do is to put in more effort and to keep on pursuing whatever you want to pursue, you can continue with that. Or if you've tried every single thing, and if you're not excited about what you're doing, if you're not having a lot of fun, if you're constantly demotivated, and you're constantly feeling uh, inadequate, not good about yourself, then maybe it's time to change. Maybe it's time for a change, or maybe it's time to find a creative solution, because there are more than one ways to be successful.
Right.
There are more than one ways to do a particular task. So you need to identify, if you've tried doing it from various different ways, then you need to identify a new path for yourself.
Absolutely. I guess, and that comes with the same part you just talked about: exploring. Explore yourself, that how you can be the better version of yourself. Be with a mentor or a guide. And as I said in my starting, choose a friend. It could be like a Lord Krishna, or it could be like Karan, who knows better version of yourself, who can help you to defeat any individual in the battle. Or even if you are getting defeated, he should be there, or she should be there, standing besides you, that hey, I'm there for you yaar, chal हार जाते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, मैं खड़ा हूँ. So at least you have that moral confidence. Right. Okay. So thank you so much for bringing that question up, and I believe we are towards the end. And before we like hands up, and in another like 10-15 minutes, people, if you still have few questions, please feel free to drop. So I have one question, because I haven't got a chance after Anushka and Ashrit asked. One question for me, which I keep on exploring, and till date I'm still exploring that part, is that, is there something ideal? Anmol, what do you think? That is there something, or someone is perfect, an ideal resume, a perfect individual, or a perfect situation, perfect date, perfect relation? Anything is there which is ideal according to you? What do you think?
Very, this is a very deep question. Uh, so there there are uh, there are recommendations that I can give you to help you make
Mhm.
an attractive resume. But the person reading it might have a different opinion. It
Right.
depends on how people are perceiving what is in front of them.
Mhm.
uh, if you believe something to be special, it will automatically bring you a lot of joy. It will automatically make you feel like it's perfect. So how you look at things is important.
Right.
So maybe you're in a situation which is less than ideal. We're going through a pandemic. The situation is not ideal for us. But if you look at what all you have done in the past 1 year, you are making use of this situation, and you started your YouTube channel, and you're reaching out to people, and you
Right.
might not have done it if not for the pandemic. We might not have connected because I wasn't active on LinkedIn.
Yes. Correct.
It's all about perception. It's all about your perspective.
Mhm. It made me now think in the same way when we have I have put up that question, that yes, if I am enjoying, it's perfect, as simple as that. If I have to tell it for all the viewers, that if you can enjoy your work, I guess nothing best than that. And I just repeat the same part that uh, the most successful people I know are the optimistic, and it's the part of every single job description. So if you are optimistic about your approach, your path, success will follow you. And somebody rightly said, if I'm correctly saying, I don't know who has written this, but do what you love and success will follow. Passion is the fuel behind the successful career. So I guess somebody might have been a wise mind have written it, so it would be correct. Okay, so people, if you have still more questions, please feel free to post up. I have one question which I missed actually, and that was talking about soft skills. So, question is very tricky, and Tejasvi has put it across that what are not the soft skills? Everybody's talking about build soft skills. So, what are technically not the soft skills that you can think of, or you, if you want to take it and move?
So, domain knowledge, technical knowledge that you acquire in school and college about various different subjects, technical information, information about whatever course that you're pursuing. So, if you're doing commerce, then financial accounting is very technical, or economics is technical, marketing is a technical field. So they are hard skills, and soft skills is how you take all of this information and utilize it in real life. How you apply your hard skills in real life. So when you've done your graduation, when you've completed studying and you start, you've entered into a corporate world, or if you start your own business, you need to interact with a lot of people,
Right.
and you have to create something. So interacting with those people, staying in the right mindset, uh, managing your time effectively, then interpersonal communication, leadership skills, all of that is soft skills. But utilizing whatever you've learned, so you do need technical knowledge, right? If you're a coder, for example, if you're a web developer, you need to know how to do that. You need to know those languages, Python and whatever. You need to know the different languages, and you also need to know how to talk to your clients. You also need to know how to work with a team. So success comes from a combination of hard skills and soft skills.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Getting it. I can easily grasp that part, and I believe so. Tejaswini and all the viewers should be able to correlate, because nowadays, during this pandemic, even I have given 2 to 3 talks on talking about developing soft skills. Why soft skill development is the most important part in every individual's life. So I believe all the viewers should be able to get it now, the proper difference that why soft skills are important. So one question coming out live from Umang, and she's asking that some small tips for having a positive day every day.
So you can wake up in the morning and wish yourself a good morning, and be happy that you're entering into a new day. You can look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a compliment. You can by the end of the day, you can write, you can journal, and you can write down 3 things that were good about your day. You can um, try to help one person during your day. You can help other people. You can try to serve others. It's something that you can do. And yeah, I wake up in the morning and I decide to have fun, to find fun in everything that I'm doing. So today I will have fun, is what I tell myself. So you can say the same thing to yourself, that today you're going to have a lot of fun doing whatever it is that you're going to do.
Right. Awesome. And that's a great part that I love to, like, when I woke up every single day, I simply say thank you that I am live. That is the most important thing, and that automatically brings some smile on my face. So awesome. So following up the question from Umang, she is asking that how to regain joy and confidence and minimize the pressure in one's work after having multiple failures.
Okay. Um, so you need to remind yourself of all your successes when you're facing failure. One thing I said, you evaluate your goals, and the second thing is you need to remind yourself of all that you have accomplished. So you need to make a list of all your success stories. When you were born, you did not know anything, and little by little, you started learning, and you started learning how to walk. You started learning how to speak, and now you must be in your teens, or you must be in your 20s or 30s, or whatever age you are at right now. You've learned so much. You've grown so much physically, emotionally. You've accomplished a lot. Maybe you are already doing your first job. Maybe you have a little bit of work experience also. All of those things are achievements. You are already successful. Maybe
Right.
you've tried a few things and that haven't worked out, but they have also taught you a lot. What are the mistakes that you shouldn't do? Or maybe it's time to change your path. So you're already very successful. There's only a way up, there's no way down. You can't undo whatever you've accomplished over the years. So remind yourself of the journey, look back and see what have you done in the past couple of years. And then with all your success stories, with the feeling of optimism and positivity, keep on striving and keep on taking action towards your goals. Keep on moving ahead.
Right. Right. And I guess that made me remind of Manushi Chiller's last reply to the question she asked when she was pursuing for Miss India or Miss World. Sorry if I cannot relate to, but I still remember the question that what is the highest paid profession? And she replied that the most important part is not about the money, but highest respectful job is of a mother. And
Hmm.
I would love to add that the highest job that one can think of, or highest respectful profession that anybody can think of, is the mom or the sister who help us in getting our food on time. And I believe person like me who loves to sit here and do all these job, and my mom and dad and my sister who loves to take care of me in one or the other way, they are the most deserved respectful person in my life. And I guess all the viewers would agree to that part, that yes, they are the one because of which we are living here freely and we can enjoy the success. So if somebody didn't think of that, hey, I'm not earning or I haven't started earning, look around you, the smile you are bringing on somebody else's face, and that is something I guess money cannot buy. So all cheers to my family and to cheers of all the other family. And yes, thank you Ashrik for making me correct, it's Miss World 2017. So okay, corrections.
No, so yeah, exactly. That's another way of looking at it.
Yes.
That's another way to regain some positivity in your life. Just looking around you and reminding yourself of the part you play in the lives of others. So
Mhm.
that's another way. So this is exactly what happens when you discuss things like this. So if you're
Right.
having these kind of conversations, you learned something from me today, and I learned something from you.
Yes. And that
So
comes out only because of the conversation that we have. And I just want to say thanks on national to my sister, because she this question which we are reading is from my sister only. So Umang, thank you so much for all the fights and love that you bring for me. Cheers and thank you so much. So moving ahead to the next question, if Anmol you agree, let's take on few more questions that we can see in the line.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So Vishal is asking, what are the key pillars to build better relationship in professional life? Oh my God. Yeah, ये तो मैं भी जानना चाहता हूँ यार.
Okay, what are the key pillars to build better relationships in personal life, professional
Professional.
life, professional life? All right. So, firstly, not being afraid to reach out to people. Networking is all about getting over your hesitation and reaching out to the right people and having conversations with them. then uh, then talking about them, and actually being curious about them and their experience. So whenever you reach out to people, LinkedIn is a professional networking platform, and there you get to make a lot of professional connections. So there, when you're approaching people, you reach out to them and you show genuine interest in their journey, their experience, and learn from them. And you need to be in touch with them. uh, wish them a happy Diwali, happy Holi, wish them on all the important festivals, and uh, staying in touch. So not just reaching out to them when you need something from them, just staying in touch with them, and maintaining that relation, maintaining that, building rapport and maintaining it for a long term is very important. And yeah, whenever you're reaching out to someone who's more experienced than you, ask them for advice, or talk to them about something that intrigues you, and show genuine interest to learn from them.
Being honest, and I guess
Yes.
that works. And I guess I just want to add one thing which has worked for me in building that professional relationship is being open. What do you feel about that situation? And I guess yesterday or day before yesterday, I was doing one session with one of my clients, and I understood that yes, this is not going to be the solution that is going to work for them, but because they are going to invest a hard earned money, and I have to be open that yeah, yes, it is not going to work, trust me. And eventually when I said it to them, they felt bad, but I just gave them assurance that give me 5 minutes and you will realize. After that 5-10 minute discussion, the call went for 1.5 hour or 2 hours, and they understood that yes, we are going to think about a long term goal, and eventually it worked. So being open is the most important factor that has worked for me, and I guess people look out for that as well. So that's the most important part. So let me bring back Anushka and Ashrit back on the screen. Anushka has one question, so I want her to ask it back again, and then we'll add Ashrit also. Anushka, what is that question for us?
Now I want to ask, like, pandemic is going on, and many people are depressed. As many times we wake up with the news of someone's demise. So how to cheer up? Like my own parents are not feeling well nowadays due to these news every time. So how to cheer someone, the other person in front of us, without talks and like divert their minds from the situation that's on.
So what I tell myself when I'm feeling low about these things is, this is something which is completely out of our control, and we need to be grateful, and we need to take enough precaution, and we are responsible for our our lives and doing our part.
Yes.
So I remind myself, I tell myself that maybe we're in a very difficult stage. If life is a video game, then this is an extremely tough stage, but we have to get through it. So
Yeah.
so just trying to keep yourself motivated is something that we can do. It is very natural to feel upset. All of us, all the people around me included, feeling very low at this point. But I I am focusing on different things. Like I told Gaurav that right now we're not in an ideal situation, but is really upsetting. But if I think about it, I'm doing a lot of things that I wouldn't have done otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had a conversation, I think, on Sunflower Community. No, I had a conversation on another session that I was taking, and people were talking about how they've become so close to their families because they are having to stay at home, because they're spending so much time together. They wouldn't have spent that much time together with their families if not for the situation outside.
Yes.
So there are a few positives. It's the way you're looking at the situation. So
Yeah, I agree to your point.
yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And I guess Ashreet has posted the answer rightly. Ashreet, why don't you tell Anushka saying about when you feel depressed, what you do? Ashreet, you are in
Yeah,
the
I
show.
just, as I mentioned, like whenever I feel depressed, yes, whenever I feel depressed, I say like all is well, all is well, and it makes me like very calm and very focused.
Awesome, awesome. So, Ashreet, do you have any question for Anmol?
Yeah, I have one question that like occurred in during the session, like whenever we are like it happens like the telephonic interview, and we are doing something else, and the call gets up, and like we are like losing the confidence, like I am doing something else, our focus is on something else. So like how to come up with that?
So telephonic interviews are in your own home. So you're not in an unfamiliar environment. You should ideally feel more confident. But because all the focus is on what you're saying, your words, and the way you're saying it, you might feel a little uncomfortable because you can't use your body language and you can't use other elements to impress the person. So it's completely upon it boils down to what is it that you're saying, what kind of answers you're giving, what are the words that you're using. So when you know that you're going in for a telephonic interview, your strategy should be to be 100% prepared. So uh, take out a considerable amount of time. Look at what your answers are going to be on the very traditional questions, like, tell me something about yourself. Why is it that you want to do this job? Why is it that you want to work with this organization? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Read the job description very well to understand what are the kind of questions they might ask you. If it is a team role, they will ask you what kind of a team player you are. Do you work well in team situations? So you can, just by glancing or just by going through the responsibilities that you will be expected to take take on, you can from before only you can understand what are the kind of questions that are going to come your way. So be fully prepared before you start the telephonic interview. That
Right,
should be the
right.
Yes,
strategy.
I
And I
have
guess,
another question, like
yeah, just Ashreet, for all the viewers, I just
yeah, yeah.
want to make, because I take a lot of interviews and I keep on asking myself this question, that what could be the ideal situation? As Anmol said, nothing is ideal. Secondly, I just want to say all the people who are coming out for the interview in today's world, if it is a Zoom call or a Blue Jeans or XYZ medium, try to turn on your camera. Half of your confidence is automatically up. Trust me, it is going to get up, because now you're able to seeing someone, and automatically, as Anmol always keeps saying, bring smile on your face. Why you are getting depressed? And Ashreet ने आंसर दे दिया है, 3 days की तरह बोलो all is well. Like I said it to this in one of my podcast कि अगर तुम इंटरव्यू में आ गए हो, तुम्हारी स्किल्स काम कर चुकी हैं, अब तुम्हारी विलिंगनेस है कि वेदर यू वांट टू गेट अ जॉब इन दिस इंटरव्यू और नॉट, राइट? फेलियर एंड रिजेक्शन तो बात का काम है, वो तुम्हारे हाथ में है ही नहीं. तुम्हारे हाथ में अच्छा इंटरव्यू देना, यू हैव टू गेट बेस्ट आउट ऑफ इट. और वो अपने चेहरे पे अगर 9, मतलब टेक एन एग्जांपल कि अगर तुम्हारे सामने 10 क्वेश्चंस आए हैं, 9 क्वेश्चंस का आंसर भी तुम नो बोलते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. बट हाउ यू हैंडल दैट 9 नो प्रेशर is more important, which the other person want to see. And if you give that one brilliant answer, trust me, you are in. Because we also know as an interviewer that you are not supposed to answer every single question, and that's why we are putting out a tough question to you. So if you have this understanding in your head that you are not meant to be ideal, who is going to like make you fail, or you are not considered to be the fail, right? So I believe that can help all the viewers and Ashrit to you as well. Yeah, Ashrit, last question from your side, and then we'll take on some good advices from Anmol, and we'll wrap up the question session. Yeah. Yes, Ashrit.
Yeah, as we talking about personal branding, like in the first meet, how we can develop the personal branding, like we the person we are meeting for the first time, and how we can create the personal branding there. It can be a person, it can be a group of persons.
Okay, so when you meet someone for the first time, it's all about the first impression that you're creating. So the first 7 seconds are very crucial. So the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, your body language, even before you say the first word, the way you're walking into the room, uh, your posture, and the facial expression that you're carrying, which is why it's advisable to walk into an interview room with a smile. So that is very important. When you're meeting people for the first time, how can you create a personal brand? I mean, how can you convey what your personal brand is to them? Is what your question is. It is by talking about your professional purpose. It is choosing the right messages that you want to send and conveying them to the people that you're meeting. So if you're talking about the work that you're doing, or if you're telling them in the so if you're telling them your story, and the story has a starting, a beginning, and end, and if you're telling them, people want to know what you're doing, uh, what are your interests, whatever you're passionate about. If you want these people to know what field you're working in, what are the projects that you're doing, you have to speak about them. You have to choose, pick and choose what is it that you want to talk about. And yeah, and that's how you convey what your personal brand is. And also, again, like I said, your first impression is created with the way you have dressed, your appearance, and your body language. So all of that, you should know to use to your advantage.
Absolutely
Absolutely.
correct. So thank you so much, Ashrit and Anushka, for being here on the live and guiding us with a lot of ideas from Anmol, because I couldn't have thought of bringing that part out. So thank you so much, and cheers to your all success. And I'll keep chasing you guys if you want to join like another session. It would be great to join us back, huh? Thank you so much. Cheers, and stay connected with me,
Yes.
huh? Ashrit and Anushka, thank you so much. So,
Thank
Anmol, having said that, thank you so much for guiding us. And before I say that, any piece of advice that you want to give to all our viewers, what they should do to stay motivated, to stay confident, or whatever the things that you want to say towards the end.
So we've
Over to you.
talked a lot about impressions, and we've talked a lot about uh, what the ideal situation is and building confidence. So since we're on the topic of how to build confidence, confidence is built over time. When you keep on doing the same action over and over again, you keep on getting better at it. You will make mistakes. Uh, you will underperform, or you will not get the desired results at a few instances. But then that shouldn't keep you from keep on moving ahead. That shouldn't hold you back. So expect to make mistakes, expect failure, and keep on working towards your goal, because all of this is a part of the process. Failing, not doing well, all of this is a part of the process that will help you achieve your goal, that will help you achieve success. So keep on taking action. Only with repeated action will you get more confident. So whenever you're feeling hesitant, just tell yourself that it's okay to not be perfect. It is important for you to take this action because you're going to learn something out of it, and you're going to gain experience. So keep on doing things to gain more and more experience, because that will lead you to success. So that is it from my side.
rightly said that exploring, and I believe there are a lot of ideas that I have personally gained it from the today's session, and so I believe all our viewers must have got it. So guys, if I just have a one request, that if you feel that you have learned something, do reach out to us and tell us that what you have learned from our session. And like, as one of our viewers have just put down a question, I have a request for you, Anmol. And Pura Global has put it down one question, that can you bring Anmol back to talk about how to dress for an interview, live or virtual? Maybe too long for an answer to be talked about, but I have taken that as a request, that if you can tell our all viewers that can we do this session. So any
Of
task,
course, we
any
can.
ask, any want you want to put it across, like this much like we get, or comments if we get, or if somebody reach out to us or anything, we can do this session.
No, so you can set that. You can tell the audience how much likes you want on the video, but I am completely up for it. I can talk about this. I can talk about other aspects of interviews as well. So these are the things that I teach most. This is a topic: interview skills, resume building, personal branding. So you can call me back for any of these topics, and we can focus on them, and we can talk about these things.
Awesome. So I guess that was, I don't want to put down the likes limit or comments, but yes, if you genuinely feel like all the people who are watching us, you reach out to us and I'll talk to Anmol separately, that shall we plan this out activity and how we can actually, not just about dresses. Is there something that we can bring as an add-on to this topic, talking about interviews, resume building, or XYZ part? Let's work it out. And at this point of time, what I can just say is that one of the best part that I have learned from you and Mole is that following your passion. uh, One thing that you taught me about 3 days back, when we were having that telephonic call for the first time, and you said to me that everybody talks about taking 5 years ahead. Nobody talks about 5 years what you have achieved. So I guess I was cherished that yes, this talk is gonna be amazing because of your thoughts that you brings to the value and in action for sure. So thank you so much from the entire Cheers with team, Cheers with Gaurav team, Mol, and for guiding us, mentoring us about this personal brand, how to build the confidence, is the situations idle, and blah 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 blah. There are a lot of topics that we can talk. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for being here live with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This is a great discussion, and thank you for asking such good questions. I learned a lot from you today as well, and this is the power of conversation. This is what I am trying to do with the Sunflower community. So, conversations can bring out the best in people. It forces you to think positively. So usually when two people are talking, there's a lot of negative talk that we do with one another, and a lot of gossip goes on, and a lot of we focus a lot on negative conversations. But then when we're having such kind of conversations, they're so positive and they're so fruitful.
Correct.
uh, this was extremely valuable for me. So we should indulge more in such kind of conversations than uh, gossip, or bringing each other down, or
Yes.
negative conversation about how bad the situation is.
Right. So I guess
Yes,
I'll see you tomorrow with the Sunflower Community Talk.
yes,
And
yes.
I hope many of our viewers will also join us. To do reach out to me or to Anmol, and we can circulate you the Google Forms, and let's bring out some more cheers to tomorrow's Sunflower Community session as well. And thank you so much, Anmol, for being here. And the last request would be that if you can say to all our viewers to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, it will make my day.
Everyone watching us, please like, share, and subscribe to Cheers with Gaurav. He's
Yay.
doing a fantastic job in spreading information, ideas, and getting people. So the best part was getting people who are not used to being on live sessions on this live, and helping them open up, helping them experience this. So this is a great, great format, and you're doing fantastic work. Keep on doing it, and thank you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anmol, for your words, and I'll catch you some other day. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers. Bye bye. We
Cheers.
have to write cheers. Cheers. Okay. So, for all the viewers who are watching us, please do hit that subscribe button. Share it with your friends if you feel that, yes, this topic could help them to boost their confidence. And let me know in the comment section what more topic you guys want me to bring. And yes, I can bring in some expert or me talking about life. So, please like, share, and subscribe to Cheers with Gaurav. And I'll see you with some another exciting videos that are lined up. More importantly, if you want to be live, do reach out to me on LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to interact with you. Till then, stay safe, get vaccinated, and more importantly, love your loved ones. Thank you so much.